Um, the club's pretty competitive. Yeah, we have practices just about every week, and I mean games ever so often. It's pretty intense out there. We've had a few injuries. Fun stuff.
In practice, games get pretty competitive, especially the beginning of the games. Definitely more competitive than the end.
I think there's a really good, friendly, competitive atmosphere. Like, people will try and give full effort, but there's never any bad blood between people. It's just a big group of people who enjoy the competition, but don't really let it get to them.
Well, we're always competing. I mean, no matter what it is, practice, games. I think that's what drives us to be our best. Uh, Dude, I don't know.
Favorite moment playing against another team? I think it has to be when Matt Fritsch got his arm broken by a girl.
Oh, my favorite moment playing against another team would have to be when I snagged over Gareth Couples. He's from Clearbrook. We were all tied up with just a couple of seconds left in the game, and I sprinted over into the end zone, and Eric Delas checked me up a disc from like 50 yards away, and I could hear Gareth like already celebrating, and I just jumped up and just like right over his head, snagged it, and we won the game. So it was a pretty good feeling.
Man, I don't really know. I feel like I would say like probably whenever Matt Fritz broke his arm, but like I feel like everyone's gonna say that. But I think that's it was just funny because he like never got to get in, and then when he did, he was all excited, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be in," and then he like broke his arm.
I've only really been involved in the Brook game, but watching Bennett snag on a few people was pretty great.
I gotta say, there's this dude at Brook when we were playing them in a scrimmage, and he said someone hucked it from our team into the end zone. I forgot who was receiving it, but he said, "You're making a big mistake," and then he rammed through him. The district tournament was set up by our very own John Edelin, which was ideal because we got to rest before the final game against Creek. But it was a great atmosphere, lots of teams, and I'd say it was overall very positive. And afterward, we went to Paul's house for a wonderful birthday celebration.
I thought it was pretty easy. It was pretty hype when we won, but nothing like. I don't think anything was too hard. I think we were just all like in a really good mood that day, and everyone was doing really well. We ended up winning and stuff. So.
It was honestly, I was nervous going into it because I didn't know how well everyone else would be, but then we just kind of smacked everyone, so it was a lot of fun. Well, there's not a lot of sports that are as easy to kind of pick up and run than Ultimate. All you need is a Frisbee and not even something to mark lines. It's something easy to do. You can do it really anywhere.
What kind of question is that? We like Frisbee more than everything else.
Like, I think whenever John and Matt were thinking of ideas, like, I know that they had played Frisbee in Ultimate, or not Ultimate, in cross country they played Frisbee a lot. And, like, in band I would play Frisbee a lot, and then I think that's when we all started playing Frisbee. Like, we would just, like, throw frizz around, like, at my house or at John's house or something like that. And then I think they were thinking of an idea for a club, and they were like, oh, we should do Ultimate Frisbee because there's not one. We were like, okay, yeah, I think that happened.
How do you spell Deluzhnevsky? D-L-U-Z B-I-G-D-A-D-D-Y D-L-U-Z. I think that's about it. I don't know. Dougie Duggar. D-O-U-G-E-R.
DLUZNEWSKI, I believe.
D-L-U. Can I get the word origin?
Middle East.
It's not Middle Eastern. It's
Europe.
gotta be Eastern European,
Sure.
like
Whatever.
Polish. That's some Polish stuff right there.
Okay.
D-L-U-S-K-I? E?
DLUZENSKI.
Capital Dluznieewski. Duluzniewski.
If I could impeach one officer in this club, it would be Matthew Bortolaro.
Mortellaro.
Matthew Mortellaro.
Probably. Is Matt an officer? I don't even know if that's.
Which one?
Morlaro.
He's the president. I'm serious.
Wait, what is John doing then?
The officer I would impeach. Who are the officers?
Me.
I would impeach myself.
Probably Mortavaro, you know. A co-president and then a vice president. Someone's got to go in there. And I already went.
If I had to impeach one officer, if I can even call him an officer at this point, it would definitely be Matthew Mortellaro. In the beginning, we were co-presidents, you know, equal workload for each of us, yet I don't think he even knows when we meet or how the group chat functions, so yeah, he would definitely get the boot.
Okay. Because I think we tried to impeach him last year, and that did not work out. The coup did not happen.
Oh my gosh, man, it was bad. We were in the tournament, you know, we're playing falls, we're beating up on him, and we sub Fritchin, you know, and we see he's on a girl. We're like, okay, all right, this is, you know, not totally fair, but we should be able to get Fritch a touchdown here or something, you know, get him a score. And then someone throws him the disc, and this dude lays out and breaks his arm while a girl's on him. It was a very Matt Fritch type thing to do.
Well, embarrassing for us or for him? I don't think it was very embarrassing. Well, the issue was he got yammed on by a girl, so I guess it might have been a little embarrassing for him, but I think we all laughed it off. It was pretty funny. Sorry, Matt.
It was very embarrassing. He will never live that moment down, and it was pretty funny to see him cry.
So embarrassing.
It was the most memorable moment of that whole thing, and nothing made it better until they announced it on the announcements. That was amazing.
What do you mean? Did they announce him breaking his finger?
Yeah, no, they said something like, and thanks to Matt Fritch for being a team player by like breaking his arm.
The best player, I give it to the one and only John Edelin. I mean, the hops are out of this world.
The best player in the club is Charlie.
Remy.
El Diablo.
To say anything other than Charlie Dunn would be a disrespect. Sorry, John.
John?
Honestly, if we're talking about like best all around, it's probably, I don't know if I'd give it to Charlie or to Matt Lester. But if we're talking like, and also they're both really good throwers. But if we're talking about catching, it's probably either D-Luz or John, because John can jump like crazy high, and D-Luz is just a god. So
Top sleeper, it depends. You know, sometimes I'd say Matt Fritch, but then other times, you know, he goes and gets his arm broken by a girl. So Bennett Spencer, the young blood, he's a freshman, and he's a pretty good sleeper sometimes. Yeah, one of those guys usually.
Ian O'Rahwan.
Bennett.
I don't know. Sometimes Offo, but frequently he's just not there. But sometimes Offo.
Alf Magnosia.
Well, for the longest time, Bennett was, but Christian Hernandez, he's sort of a sleeper. Yeah. The worst player is Remy.
Saunders. Jack Saunders.
Probably also Ian O'Rahwan.
Cameron Scott.
you, Paul, I hate you. You're the worst.
Approximately how fast does Bennett run?
I'd say you take a gazelle and take it to about like 3/4 speed. About a slow gazelle, but still a gazelle.
Bennett. Man, everyone sleeps on Bennett. I forgot about I just completely found out about Bennett. Bennett, Man, I don't even know. I'm gonna say, what's reasonable? Is 10? That's like a 6-minute mile every time. Let's say 15 miles an hour.
I don't really see him run that often. He's just kind of there when he's just under the Frisbee. So I don't know.
47, give or take.
Well, I gotta admit the kid's fast, but he's not as fast as me. We'll just leave it there.
The last time Jack Meyer showed up to practice was February of last year.
Late September.
I'm not sure. Probably the last time Witt showed up, because all he did was make fun of Libby. That's really all he did. All he did was joke about Libby.
That's pretty true.
I would say, we don't have records dating back that far.
Who the f*** is Jack Meyer?
Coolest new member, I mean, I don't know. Who are all the new members?
Freshman?
Freshmen. They're all cool.
Connor James Kenny. He's the coolest guy I know.
No comment.
Me.
The coolest new member would have to be, I don't know, fuck, Bennett?
I'm finna fart.
Holy shit. Who's the fastest Gatorade drinker?
With a whopping 0.2 seconds, I'd say Matthew Levins.
Matthew Levins.
Probably Matt Levins.
The title belongs to one person, Matthew Levins.
Gatorade or water, which is better?
Gatorade.
Water.
I don't want to be biased, but I have to go with water. You know, it doesn't have those nasty electrolytes. It's just pure, clean, carb-free.
I think water. I mean, Gatorade's pretty good, but like, I don't know. I think that's kind of a stupid question. Water.
Agua de Culo.
I still think Matt Fritsch needs to break his other arm, just for the culture.
Noted.
If we're watching this at the banquet, I just paid my $10 this morning. So I waited the entirety of the year to pay the $10 Frisbee fee because I completely forgot.
I've learned how much a group of idiots can actually create, because this is a pretty big deal now. We do a lot of volunteer stuff. We sell donuts. It's kind of cool. Glad to have been at least partially a part of it.
Frisbee has taught me that Krispy Kreme is an essential nutrient for the body, and it harnesses the energy needed to beat teams like Clearbrook.